Okay, good evening, everybody. It is just after 6 o'clock. I'm going to wait a couple of moments here to let more individuals sign into the public hearing, and then we will begin. All right, we have a couple members of the public that are in the meeting, so I'm going to begin and open the public hearing tonight. First of all, my name's Stephen Cagle. I'm the Vice President for Communications and Business Planning at Centro. I'd also like to introduce our Deputy CEO, Christopher Tuff, and our CEO, Brian Schultz. They are attending this public hearing on behalf of Centro. We also have a handful of staff members who are here and present that may be able to help provide assistance with any questions that we may receive. With that, we will begin the public hearing tonight for Cayuga and Oswego counties for our proposed fare restructuring. There was a previous public hearing held this afternoon from noon to 1 o'clock. This one begins at 6 o'clock. We will run this public hearing until all questions have been answered or all public comment has been taken from the attending individuals. We will begin by, I will be giving a presentation of the overview of the service or the fare changes. Anyone can submit comments at any time during the presentation by using the question feature. Please limit questions and comments to the proposed changes only, and responses should be submitted, can be submitted by social media, phone, mail, or fax anytime between now and February 11th. So the proposed fare changes, why the change? First of all, what we're trying to do is we're providing fare parity for all of the Centro properties that we provide service for. We are going to offer the same price for all riders within our city services. This will provide, as I said, fare parity and consistency throughout our service areas. We also do this to entice riders because most of the individuals who use our service will see a reduction in their transit costs. We're also going to simplify our fares, and by simplifying our fares, this will lay a foundation for us to enhance our technology. We are currently in the process of testing a mobile ticketing system that we're very excited about that will allow individuals to set up an account, buy bus passes on their mobile devices, board a bus, place your mobile device in front of a reader. The reader will beep and you can sit down and you don't have to worry about cash. You don't have to worry about buying a pass somewhere. You can do it just from the comfort of your home on your mobile phone, and it'll be should be easier for individuals to use our system. As I said, this will be universal pricing for all the Centro properties, so all of our prices will be the same. Cost of our drivers, the cost of fuel, the cost of our buses are all equal in all of our properties. We feel that the prices that individuals pay to ride our system should be consistent in all of our properties as well. As I mentioned, our passes will be universal, which means that if you buy a pass in Auburn or Oswego or Syracuse, you can use them interchangeably anywhere within the Centro system, excluding the commuter services that connect Syracuse with Auburn or Oswego with Syracuse. Those commuter services will have a different fare structure. We'll get into those a little bit later. We have reduced our fare zones. Over time, this has been something that we have done since we had about 7 or 8 different fare zones 10, 12 years ago. We'll now down to just 2 fare zones. There'll be a $1 fare zone for all of our city services, and there will be a commuter service fare structure that will be a $3 adult fare for those services. We're also simplifying our pass options. We're going to offer in every property essentially 3 different types of passes. One will be a day pass. This is a pass that will be good for 24 hours of unlimited rides, 24 consecutive hours of unlimited rides. We also have a max pass that will be good for 7 consecutive days of unlimited rides. And we'll have a 10 ride pass. And these are rides that you buy. They will never expire. You'll always have 10 rides on these passes until you use them up, and then you'd have to buy an additional pass. All these passes will be able to be sold right from the fare box. You will not need to go to a ticket vending machine. You will not need to go to a customer service rep. You will not need to go to any of our outlets. You simply can board the bus at the bus stop or wherever you pick up a Central bus. You get on the bus, you tell your bus operator that you'd like to buy one of these passes. You put your money in the fare box, and that fare box will kick out the pass that you've requested. It's really important for individuals who are going to buy a pass on our bus to tell the driver up front that they intend to buy a pass, because with the technology and logic with our fare boxes, if you just put money in and don't tell the driver that you want to buy a pass, the fare box will assume you're just paying for a simple basic adult fare, and you'll lose the option to buy the pass that you have. So that's something that we will be explaining to customers. Many of our customers already buy passes on our fare boxes, and they know of this, but this is something that we will get word out in coming weeks and months. So the actual fare changes. Within the cities of Oswego, Fulton, and Auburn, and actually within Mexico as well, the cash fare it will be $1. The half fare will be 50 cents. Children under 6 will continue to ride for free. However, we will no longer offer free transfers for individuals. That means every time you board a Central bus, you will be expected to pay the $1 fare. We will offer a day pass. The day pass, the previous price was $3. It's going to $4. The max pass full fare 7-day unlimited ride pass from 10 to 12. And the 10 ride pass is staying the same from $10 to $10. And in each of these passes, we offer a half fare option for those individuals who qualify for our half fares. Within the Mexico Loop service, it will be a reduction because the current fare structure there is $2. The base fare is $2. It will go to $1. The half fare will be 50 cents. And again, we won't offer transfers. We will offer a day pass, a weekly max pass, and a 10 ride pass. And these will be the same price everywhere within the Central system. Our commuter service is the one area where it's a little different. We're going to a $3 base fare in all of our services that connect Syracuse to Oswego or Syracuse to Auburn. The current fare to and from Oswego is $5. That will go to $3. The half fare from $2.50 to $1.50. Again, children under 6 will be able to ride for free. Again, we will not be offering free transfers. However, we are going to be offering a day pass and a unlimited ride 7-day pass for these commuter services. We've never offered them before. We're going to begin offering these. This will help offset the cost of individuals who may have to transfer within the Syracuse system. You may be riding from Oswego, you get to our Central Transit Hub in Syracuse and still have to make another connection somewhere within the Syracuse system. Well, if you buy a day pass, you'll be able to ride all day for $7. You get to and from Oswego anywhere in Syracuse and back for $7. If it's a half fare, it'll be $3.50. We will offer the same kind of option for a 7-day pass, and you'll be able to transfer from Syracuse to Oswego, or from Oswego to Syracuse and anywhere in Syracuse for $30 for an entire week, or $15 if you qualify for half fare. And our 10 ride passes for this service are going to change. From Syracuse to Oswego, it's normally a $45 10 ride pass. It will now be $30. So where do we set the boundary for the different zones? You know, it was we had to take a look at where we needed to find a location where we didn't think there'd be a lot of activity just across the border of a zone boundary. So we placed the boundary just north of Phoenix. If you are traveling within the green zone, it'll be a $1 fare. If you're traveling wholly within the blue zone, it will be a $1 fare. Once you cross into one of the other zones, that's where the $3 fare will kick in. Again, if you're coming from Auburn or Fulton, which has been a $4 fare, again, that fare is going to go to a $3 fare It's the same fare structure as it is from all the way from Oswego. So it'll be a $3 cash adult fare, $1.50 for those persons who qualify for half fare. Children under 6 are free. Transfers are not available. And again, the the day pass and the weekly max passes are offered in these locations as well. Cost of a 10 ride pass from these zones goes from $36 to $30, and a 10 ride pass half fare from $18 to $15. Our commuter services from Phoenix, Skaneateles, Tully, and Central Square used to be $3. Again, it's going down to $1. Again, there's a reduction of costs across the board for those individuals traveling from these locations. However, because this service is within the $1 fare zone, you'll see that the day pass, the max pass, and the 10 ride pass are reflective of the $1 fare structure, where the day pass is $4, the max pass 7-day pass is $12, and the 10 ride full fare pass is $10. The zone structure in Auburn, from Auburn to Syracuse, is a little different than it is in Oswego. What we did was we separated into 3 zones, where if you're traveling wholly within one of them or to and from an adjacent zone, it will continue to be a $1 fare. The only time that the $3 fare will be required is if you travel from the blue zone to the black zone, or the black zone to the blue zone. So if you're traveling, I think this next screen here brings it closer together, so you can show that if you're traveling from Auburn to Syracuse, it will be a $3 fare. If you're traveling from the Auburn area to the Welch Allen area, it will be a $1 fare. From Syracuse to the Welch Allen area, it will be a $1 fare. The borderline is essentially Montville Road, coming from Syracuse, and coming from Auburn, it's Fuller Street, where the zones will begin. And our call bus fares will be all the same. So within all the city services, if you are using call bus, the fare will be $2, which is double the fixed route fare. If you're traveling from locations where it's normally a $3 fare for fixed route, the call bus fare will be $6. And that's, again, is double the fixed route fare. As I mentioned, our transfers have been eliminated. I just want to give you an overview of how many people use transfers. If you look, we provided the breakdown of the percentage of transfer users pre-pandemic in 2019, then post-pandemic in 2021. In Oswego and Fulton, the usage is minuscule. It's 0.2% or 0.6%. That's less than 1% of the ridership in those areas uses transfers. In Auburn, it's 6.9%. It's 7% of our ridership in Auburn uses transfers. And so by eliminating transfers, we're really not impacting many people in these communities. And we have priced our passes, the day passes and max passes, to mitigate a potential fare increase for those users, for those individuals who will now have to pay every time they board a bus. Essentially, greater than 81% of our transfers really occur in the Syracuse area. That's where the most individuals use transfer, because that's where our ridership is greatest. The overall impact on our users, most people will see a fare decrease. Some users will see no change in their fares, and very few will actually see a fare increase. And that's the intent of the changes. So the transition from the current fare structure to the new fare, as the new passes, be effective on March 7th of this coming year. One thing that's very important to know, that the existing stock of passes that you may have, if you have an existing 10 ride pass in Oswego, Auburn, Fulton, they will not work effective March 7th. We're asking agencies, and we've been reaching out to agencies, to exchange those passes. We will provide you with passes that will work beyond March 7th. The good news is that if you buy anything out of our fare boxes right now, and you are able to buy passes out of our fare boxes, those passes will be usable beyond March 7th. Those are the new passes essentially in our system. So you can buy a 10 ride pass out of the fare box right now in those locations, and that 10 ride pass will be good when we put the new fares into effect. Um, our policy will be nobody will be denied a ride. If an individual boards a bus and they have an old pass that will not work in the fare box, we will allow the individual to ride. We will then instruct them how they can have their existing pass replaced. And we will replace passes and rides on a ride for ride exchange. So if you have 8 rides left on a 10 ride pass, we will provide you with 8 rides on a new fare out of new fare media. There will not be any cash refunds. So we're just providing people who have bought passes to honor those passes and make sure that they get use out of those passes going forward. And again, if you know of other people who cannot be here tonight, let them know that they can have their comments heard via our social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They can call us. You can still use snail mail, or you can fax information to us. And with that, I will be more than happy to open up the floor to questions for anybody who may have questions on what we're proposing. If any individual would like a copy of this presentation, feel free to email us at cnyrta@centro.org. We'll be more than happy to provide this information to you so you can have it on hand for future use. We currently have 2 members of the public in our public meeting. If they would like to ask a question, they might be more than happy to answer them or leave a comment. If not, I'll give it another 5 minutes, and then at about 6:25, we will conclude this public hearing. We have a comment from one of the people in the room who just says it seems like a very reasonable proposed changes. Thank you very much. We appreciate your comment. We look forward to you using our system and taking advantage of the new fare system. At this point, I'd like the record to reflect that there are currently no members of the general public in attending the public meeting, the public hearing. So at this point, I will officially close the public hearing. And thank you all for participating. Have a good evening.